What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to focus in on Montreal Canadiens prospect Louis Leblanc, obviously a former Harvard Crimson member, applying his trade with the Hamilton Bulldog. So we're going to digress into him right about now. Obviously played out in the USHL for a year with the Omaha Lancers, then went in the first round in 08-09, then went in the first round in 09, up in Montreal to the Habs. To talk about a hat trick. Kid from that area. Drafted by the Habs in Montreal. You know, it really, especially if Montreal is a team that hasn't had a francophone superstar in, not in the last decade anyway. Denis Savard comes to mind. Obviously, going back further, Guy Lafleur. Remember this is a team that salivates over getting Vinny Lecavalier every year. You know, they want him. It seems like, and I understand. Obviously the BS now with Cunninworth not being able to speak French and everything else, what comes with that. Being a bilingual city, not having one of their own up there is weird. You look at the history of that franchise. But I digress. Went to Harvard after he got drafted, had 23 points in 31 games. Just remember the all-rookie team, the NCAA. And then went up and played major juniors with the, Montreal Juniors? That's the name of the team. I think their first year in the queue when he went up there. Led them with goals and PIMs, which speaks volumes about not only his offensive abilities but his tenacity. Had 100 penalty minutes up there, which is pretty good. Obviously, shows you're not scared of anything. And then played the World Juniors for Canada, had 7 points. His average a point a game exactly was +6. Also was +20 with the juniors. Pretty solid. Had 9 points in 16. Had 9 points in 10 playoff games for them too. So really, in 3 years played on 3 different teams and played well at all 3 levels. Because in USHL averaged just under a point a game, 59 points in 60 games. So he really baptism by fire in every level. And then this year played 22 games. He's with Hamilton at the moment, but he's got 15 points in 22 games for a 20-year-old kid. It's actually his birthday in 3 days, so happy early birthday, Louis Leblanc. Obviously, the adjustment period that goes into that is tremendous, and the fact that the AHL, going from juniors to the AHL is a huge jump, and he's passed the test so far, which being a Harvard man, I'm not surprised. That was a joke, wasn't a funny one. He's also played 14 games for the Habs and has had 5 points with them. And it was +2 in Montreal, which is considering how poorly they've played this year. Have a kid go up there and put up a good +- so it's a good thing to see, and it's reassuring for the coaching staff, that you got a kid at 20 years old who understands the nuances of playing defensive hockey. He's good along the boards. He's got good size. He's 6 feet, 180 pounds. I can afford to add 5-10 pounds of muscle, but that'll come with you as he ages and becomes a better professional player. Build up the muscle mass, because like I said, he's good in the corners, good on the boards, and really he can creates offensive scoring chances for his teammates through his play in those areas, and can close himself. He's very good at that. Obviously, putting the puck in the net. That's why he's a first-round pick. The two-way game is what impresses me the most. That's so many guys are so keen on putting up high numbers, and he's content with putting up good numbers and playing a sound defensive game, not being a liability to his team, and that's something you really enjoy seeing. Obviously, I hope he doesn't beat up on the Bruins too bad over the years, but he's a really exciting player. He really, and I think I can see a really good comparison where he's went to one of the best schools in the country and the world, for that matter, Harvard, and his on-ice intelligence is off the charts. I think there's a direct parallel between his hockey IQ and his academic IQ, and I can really see that. He thinks the game well, and I think that being intelligent helps you on the ice. But I mean, then I'm sure there are guys in the NHL who can read or write that had Hall of Fame careers. Speaking of that, the Rashad brothers, former, I don't think they got out of the 4th grade. The two Rashads, and they were two of the greatest players to ever play for the Habs. So, but he plays a great, intelligent game, and like I said, you can see that from where he came from. Both his parents, I think one's a music teacher and the other's a chemistry professor. So, the bloodlines are there at the academics. So, a good combination of intelligence and hockey skill are what's going to make him great. And like I said, two-way acumen coming from the intelligence. So, I'm excited to see what he develops into. Harvard doesn't have the longest history of sending guys to the show, but they've sent some pretty good ones. Teddy Donato comes to mind. Chris Drury's brother Ted's another one. They've had some good players make the show, so I think Louis Leblanc next year will be with the Habs full time and contributing. Maybe not a top 6 role right away, but at least on the third line work his way up to a top 6 forward role, and from there, I think that sky's the limit for this kid. His offensive skills and his defensive acumen, you get yourselves a hell of a player, Montreal fans. That's it for the Power Play with CJ prospect profile on Montreal Canadiens prospect Louis Leblanc. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season. Later, guys.